All right, welcome to Pillow Talk. Glad everybody could be here. So we're gonna let everybody roll up in this place. And while we waiting on everybody to roll in, I am gonna go ahead and get the party started. Here we go. Hey baby, so glad you made it home. I got you a little something to sip on. Then I want you to curl right up under me. That way we can talk about your day. We can talk about love, life, anyone. It's time for pillow talk. The pillow talk. Glad you guys could be here. So glad that if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. If you are reoccurring guest, thank you guys. Be it's all like I said, I'm glad everybody's here. And we're gonna keep on rolling now. Anonymous, hey, how are you? How are you? Can't see what your name is and all that, but so glad you come to the party. Welcome to the circus. Also, we got Kashana up in the house. Hey, how you doing? Glad you rolled up in here. And who else is this? Jacqueline? How you doing? Good evening. Glad you showed up. And she said it's I guess it's buffering, huh? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what that is, but that's Facebook. But we're just gonna keep on rolling out and let it do what it do. Miss Tanya Chestnut, how you doing, young lady? Glad you rolled up here in the camp. So we got everybody up here in the camp. I mean, most of the people rolling in. Gonna give people a second, a few more people another little second to come on in. So how's everybody doing? You guys ready to do some pillow talk? Man, I've been looking forward to this all day long. I'm telling you. Hold on. There we go. Get my chair right. Yeah, I've been looking for this all day long, man. I've been waiting for this all day long. I want to see what everybody was up to. I had so much fun last night. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I had so much fun last night. We was on there just having fun, acting silly, everybody singing and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's cool, man. I really am. I'm really happy about that. But tonight we got a really good show. We really do. We really do. We really got a good show. And so you've been waiting all day too? Uh-oh, hold on. Hold on. Can you guys hear me good? Okay, cool. Here we go. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. I don't know what's going on with this stuff, man. Apologize, apologize, apologize. But we right here at it. So you've been waiting on it all day, huh, Kashana? All right. So here we go. So for all the new people that's in, you guys see the number that's scrolling across the screen too. You can always call in. You can remain anonymous if you don't want to give out your number. I mean, give out your name. Nobody can see your number when you call in. So all the people that's reoccurring, here we go. We're gonna go and get this thing started. So this is the question tonight. How many times do you forgive before you're done in a relationship? So, ladies and gents, for the people that come in, how many times? Hopefully, I shouldn't be still buffering, should I? Hopefully, all that stuff should be taken care of. It should be going. Yes. And to see you. Oh, okay. Okay, Krishana. Glad you want to see me. Glad, glad, glad. Oh, Jacqueline, you said you enjoyed last night. I did too. I enjoyed it too, man. I'll tell you what, I went to bed last night when I got through doing everything, man. I was just cracking up laughing. I really did have a good time, man. Y'all are silly. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all silly, man. And that it was listen, I had fun. I really did. And I couldn't wait to get back on today, see what all the crazy crew is up to, and get that rolling. You know what I'm saying? It was really, it's been really a fun. It has been fun. It has been fun. So hopefully, right now, hopefully we got all this stuff together. I don't know what's going on in this camp. All right. But anyway, let's just keep on rolling. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Make sure I got everything going. Hold on. Make sure Got to make sure everything is in place. Hold on. How's everything going? Hold on. I don't know if it's Facebook or not, man. All right. I guess this is Okay, that's what it is. It's this little cord back here is acting a little funny, but that's it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Don't worry. Your man got it. Your man got it. So, all right. Anyway, like I said, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Do it. She said, hey, I missed the cooking presentation. Sorry I missed it. A dear friend of mine got struck by a truck. Pray all is well with everyone. And guys, had a blessed and awesome Thanksgiving. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for rolling back up in here. We apologize for some of this little technical difficulties. It's Facebook and it's my little thing over here. So hopefully you guys hear me. But okay, I'm sorry, man. Hopefully your friend gets better. Hopefully they didn't pass. So hopefully, I hope you got some pretty good news on that for us. But we're so glad to see you back in here, and hopefully things get better on your end. On my end, things been good. So hopefully on everybody else's end, it's been good. So glad to have you back. Yeah, but so we're gonna get down and crazy. It depends on what they did. Okay, so you know what's funny? I'll tell you what's crazy. When we do these chats over here on Pillow Talk, the best thing about Pillow Talk is some people don't get to catch it when it's fresh. And I tell you what's funny, even when Pillow Talk goes off, the number that you guys see across the screen, it's like a Google number, but it still rings. And I had some people call me like 12, 1 o'clock at night and was like, it was a lady called in. I guess she thought the show was still live. So she called in. She's like, hey, I got something to say. She called in and I was like, I was on doing something else, right? And it was crazy. It was really crazy. And but it's cool. It's cool. And so the answers that you guys give, what I'm saying is it helps a lot of other people out because people call in and they'll take your questions and stuff, and then they'll blow up my inbox. They'll say, hey, somebody said this and I don't agree with this, or I agree with that. So this stuff, it keeps going. So it's all for a good cause. You know what I mean? It's fun, but people do learn a lot. I know I learn a lot. I know I talk a lot and tell a lot of my own business, and people sit back, but it's cool. It comes with the territory. Krishana, you said you got to call in and give your answer. Feel free. You know what, Krishana? We're going to let you start things off because last night you represented, you came in and you did the thing. The phone lines are open for whoever wants to call in. And Krishana, if you're the first one, want to call in, feel free. The phone lines are open for you. And I think we got this thing all dialed in. We are ready. It's dialed in and ready. Hold on. Make sure. Let's just make sure. There we go. So, Krishana, you can call in. Go ahead. The phone lines are open. Go for it. It is open. Open sesame. Yes, it is. Hold on. Yeah. It is. There we go. All right. Yeah. So it's open. Just depending on the situation. Hey, Trina, how you doing? Your answer is once. You only forgive one time? Oh my goodness. You hard to deal with. That's them 6-figure income women for you. That's them 2,000 women. Them women that don't need a man, huh? Trina, boy, you too much, man. Too much, Trina. Y'all gotta give somebody some room. Hold on. Here we go. We're gonna see who's calling in, what they gotta say.
Waiting for Shauna to accept.
All right, welcome to Pillow Talk. You are on.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening, young lady. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm blessed. I'm very, very blessed.
That's what's up. Now talk to us. How many times do you forgive? How many times do you forgive before you're done? If you really truly love somebody, how many times do you forgive before you're really done and ready to walk away?
How many times do I forgive if I really love them before I walk away?
Right. Do you stay and fight? Do you just say, hey, that's enough, I'm out of here?
Are you looking for a number?
Yeah, we want to know. We want to know. Or a situation. Whatever your answer is good for us. We're looking for whatever answer you give us.
Okay, I'm going to say a handful of times. I'm just going to say 5, I guess. Just throw a number out of there.
No, we don't. Listen. We ain't on her just playing shooting dice. You ain't just throwing a number out. Come on now.
Oh my goodness. No, no, no. This is for me. I really felt like, okay. I just feel like when you the only person is fighting for it, like,
Got you.
that's when it's time to go, because if you the only one fighting for it, and you trying to work it out, and they already gone, or they don't care about it, why am I wasting my time?
Okay. So are you
But
saying if he
you
keeps
can
messing up
you
over and over again, it's like he's not fighting for it?
uh exactly, and then you can't, and then it's not necessarily always the other person either. And sometimes we gotta forgive ourselves, for the things that we do, because when relationships, don't work out, you got to be grown enough to accept accountability for the things you have done wrong, because it's not always one person. So I'm just
Right.
gonna say, it's time to go when we can't meet a mutual agreement, and you don't try time at a time at a time, then it gets to the point where it's getting worse than it is better. You don't see no future, and things. It's just it's not it's not worth fighting for anymore, because there's really no light. You
Right.
praying for a life, you praying for better days and a blessing, and you try to hold on to those memories and those good times, and that's what really, in my personal life, that kept me, when I'm not speaking anything recent, kept me around and kept me wanting to forgive, because of that time you put in, the memories, and the love you have for somebody. But to answer the question, how many times, until you just can't go no more? Really, it's
Okay.
like it's a never ending number when you really in love with somebody, because you can say you done, and then maybe a few months or years down the line, you back together, because you still love that woman or that man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
That makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah,
That's what's up. I like that.
yeah,
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. So that just means you
right.
still willing to fight for it. So that's cool. That is cool.
I'm willing to fight as long as I'm not fighting myself. I can't. Why am I? You know what I'm saying? It has to be a team effort. You feel me? But
Yes.
it
Yes.
cannot just be one person. They gotta bring their weight in. You can hold on for a minute until they get there, but you gotta be fair to yourself too in the long run. So I say it's it's time to go when they able to. I won't say give up on nobody, but when they mind, body, and able to stand and fight with you, but they refuse, it's time
Right.
to go.
Got you. Well, thank you. Well,
Uh,
thank you for
uh,
sharing that with us.
okay. All right. Peace out. This
That's a
queen
good
Deshaun
answer.
all
Good
day
answer. I
long.
like that. I like that. But
All
okay.
right.
Catch you back in the comment
All
section.
right.
All right. Bye.
Okay.
Shauna had a good answer for us. I like that. That was a good answer. That was a good answer. She said she's willing to fight as long as they're willing to stand in there and fight right along with him. Faye said it depends on what you have vested and what the offense is. Like, are we talking about dirty socks on the floor or anger or cheating? Hey, you can name it, but we're gonna turn it up a notch. We're gonna say that it's something a little bit stronger than just dirty socks on the floor. You know what I mean? Because dirty socks on the floor, you leave over there, that means you wouldn't really want to be in a relationship, right? You know what I'm saying? And I saw Trina say she's a good woman. And where'd she go? I had it up in here, and Lakeisha said she used to forgive a million times, and I ain't forgiving no times right now. Lakeisha says she done gave up. See, I'm gonna tell you what, and I do understand sometimes men mess up beyond repair a lot of times. But ladies, you guys gotta give us a reason. Go ahead, listen. The phone lines are in, and you don't have to sing tonight, but you can call in and you can say it where it stays in context. Because sometimes when you put it up, sometimes it's a little too much to message in. But feel free to guys call call in. You know what I mean? It's open. Phone lines are definitely open. Yeah. So So that's that, it's crazy. But yeah, to answer y'all's question, it's got to be something a little more significant, a little bit worse than dirty socks on the floor. Faith. And Trina says she's a good woman. She already knows what she brings to the table and stuff like that. And she's like, she just ain't gonna sit there and keep forgiving. But when you say you only forgiven once, he only can make one mistake. That relationship, you've been a little too hard, Trina. You've been not a little, a lot, a whole lot. And I'm not saying if a guy is very abusive, like he's punching you in the eyes and stuff like that. That right there, you take one and you done. You know what I mean? Woo, woo, woo. Okay. She said, all right, here we go. Here we go. She said, I'm done when the loyalty and sex is gone.
Priya.
All right. Welcome to Pillow Talk. You are on.
Here we are again, but I'm not going to rap tonight.
All right. All right, Faith. All right, Faith. Let's hear it. Come on with it.
All right. So, I just wrote up divorce papers last night. Okay. So we're talking about some serious experience with forgiveness. And I'll say this. Number one, forgiveness, you got to forgive a million times for your own sanity. Like, forgiveness is, a lot of it has to do with yourself, because with certain type of people who won't acknowledge things they do, stuff like that, you may never get an apology from certain type of people. So for your own peace and letting go, I think forgiveness is healthy. It's healthy spiritual practice, And because in my scenario, I think I forgave a lot, and then you have to really learn how to see, because I think a lot of women get trapped when there's cycles. Like, are you in a cycle? You need to step back. And that's why sometimes it helps to have like an outside perspective. Or if you've ever seen a friend go through something and you're like, damn, why would they stay?
Right. But that's some good stuff. You know what I should have done? And I didn't think about this just now. While everybody's talking, people can I'm gonna put the option up. I don't know if you want this option up, but I'm gonna put the option up where guys, and I'm gonna say this now. If you can go on with your don't mean to cut you off on here, but I'm gonna put this in. What I'm gonna do is I'm putting the link up in here because I think that sometimes people can see the sincerity on people's face a little bit better. And hold on, let me see. All right, here we go. What I'm doing is I'm putting down in the comment section, I'm putting the link to come in and come on live where people can see if somebody wants to come on. If not, you guys can call. So there's the link right there. I don't know if you want to hang up, call back on the link or whatever else, but I'm gonna put that up because I think that sometimes a little bit gets lost when you're on the phone a little bit, but it's an option for people. But go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna pull. I'm driving. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I'll hang up.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Bye. All right, guys. So you see what I just did. What I'm doing now is for the people, I'm gonna turn this option a little bit different. I'm gonna let people that let me grab my wig again. Okay, listen. If you don't feel like coming on, you don't have to come on. But if you feel like coming on, feel free, click the link. But we'll take people one at a time. That way, it won't get into two different things, but we'll do it that way. And that way, if you said something, because you never know, you will, how it goes. It just gives people a different option. I don't want people to feel like that they just have to do that. Yeah. Oh, you gotta go. Oh, Miss West. Hopefully, Miss West, you will be back on here again soon. We do this every Thursday, right? Y'all know we do this every Thursday at 8 p.m. So hopefully, they don't have us come looking for you, Miss West. I told you, boy, once you join the crew, you're a part of the crew anime. We're gonna come find you. Hey, and last night we had a real good live going. Wish you could have been on there. We actually had people come on and sing, and we just had a good time, man. And so hopefully you'll come back and kick it with us. It's such a pleasure when you come back and hang with us. So hopefully you'll come back soon. We'll be on again tomorrow night. I normally been trying to go live around 8ish most nights if possible. So that kind of gives you a little bit of that, but I try to get a little bit in there from the randomness. So, all right, there we go. There we go. Let me do it again. I'm gonna put this link back up again. Hold on 1 second. All right, here we go. All right. All right, here we go. There it is again. All right, hold on. Let's. Oh, okay, cool. Next time you come on, make sure you plug your business in. Always, next time you come on, when you get a chance, I know you got to go. I ain't gonna hold you up no more. But next time you come in, plug your business in. If you're on Facebook, let everybody know and come on one of my lives. And I want to make sure that people know your business is out there. You come on, so that way everybody can get to know you. That way if you have a business, or you never know, people can get it online or whatever else, or however they can support you. That way it'll be out there. You know what I mean? All right. She said, no, I disagree with that. Forgiving someone over and over again is not healthy. That means you're allowing yourself to let someone mess over you or hurt you. That's not healthy. Value yourself. Forgiving them once means they know you're not going to stand for foolishness, and you're demanding respect. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. I mean, that's a good way of looking at it. That's definitely a good way of looking at it. All right. Hold on. Welcome to the stage.
Hi, guys.
How you doing, Miss Priya?
How are you, Mr. Scott?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
Good. Excellent. Thanks for having me on.
Well, go ahead and sound off for us.
So we're talking about forgiveness. I was just saying that it's healthy to forgive for yourself.
Right.
It's healthy to forgive for yourself. It was very, divorce is grieving, even if it is a right decision.
Mhm.
I have 5 kids.
Mhm.
So, what I found was that there was a cycle.
Right.
So I think a lot of, from having like years of being in ministry, I've seen women
Mhm.
stay in relationships that they should, where you're like, oh my God, why aren't you running away? Like, this is crazy,
Right.
Um,
Right.
and I
Right.
think there's a lot of good reasons to stay. If you have kids and a house and finances and, oh, I think I can only stay a few minutes.
Okay.
my
That's fine.
pumpkin,
That's fine.
my carriage is turning into a pumpkin, but
Got you.
um, but yeah, that's really it. There's a lot of you need to notice if there's a cycle, and if both parties are able to be reflective, if
Mhm.
both
Mhm.
parties are able to look at themselves, then I think you can do well. If they're like, you know what, and you're able to say, I shouldn't have done this, you know,
Mhm. Mhm.
and depends what
Well,
kind of apology too. Like a
well, you got a
sincere,
question up here.
oh,
Can you
oh,
see that up on the screen?
hi, Faith. Why did you decide to get a divorce? Okay. All right. Oof, oof.
This
All right.
pillow talk.
Where am I? Okay. So, okay. Well, this is like, all right. I'm just gonna tell y'all. All right. So I
Okay.
had a
Go
baby.
ahead.
I had a
Uh-huh.
baby. I have 5 children, but after one of the children, this is a little raw, everybody. So if you got kids, all right, You know, a couple of things had happened where I would like check the computer like unannounced, you know what I mean, to my husband because I was suspicious because of his behavior. So, you know, I found out that in the 6 weeks that you're healing after you have a baby, naturally, you know, uh, he, you know, you can't have sex during that time, and he slept with the prostitute, and but this is what happened. That was not the breakup. I had a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a newborn baby at the time. Okay. And I found on the computer, I found, you know, he looked up an escort service, he GPS navigation to a local hotel. And I was like, oh my God, he did this. So when I felt the effects of being cheated on, and when I confronted him, he was like a deer in headlights, but he came up with a story. He came up with a story and he said, I didn't do this. And I thought, okay, do I break up my family? Three very, like, I'm kind of a lady who takes on a lot. Like, I was taking my master's degree because you have to when you're a teacher in New York. You got it. You know, I was working full time teaching, newborn baby, like in ministry, like a lunatic, like so. And I was like, what am I doing? Am I gonna lose my husband? And he's telling me, and I love him very much, you know. So, but I was never the same again. And that turned into a lot, it snowballed into a lot of problems because it was a lot of I was never insecure ever, but the idea that he didn't need me like ate me alive. It like made me feel like worth nothing. And to this day, the effect is, oh my God, am I good enough? Like that I could be the only woman. Like I'm not good enough that I could be the only one. And so that's why I've raised my standard. And it's hard to trust, you know, like it's hard to trust to know. I think I deserve a man who's like, man, my eyes are only for you, you know. And until I like get that, I'm not gonna feel, you know. I think that I see like there's a lot of trust that needs to be built in me. I think I've got a lot of healing to do, but honestly, that wasn't even the reason why. That so many things happened after, you know. Am I taking up too much of the time?
No, 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 no. Tell your story. Because people it's helping people out. It's helping a lot of people out. Plus, you
Okay.
got some girls wanting to ride with you and beat them down too. You see what Denise said?
I What did she say? Damn, I want to.
She said she's ready to beat his butt.
Yo, delete that. Delete that comment. Delete that. Oh, wait. Maybe
Okay.
that's okay. No, I got restricted. But I said, I'm going to kick your ass. So that's why I almost got
Yeah,
restricted.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
In a
yeah,
joke.
yeah,
In a joke. In a
yeah,
joke.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
all right.
Hey, Denise, yeah. Take that comment off because people been getting what's name. So go to that comment and erase it real quick. That way you
Yeah,
won't get banned because they've been banning people over silly stuff. But you see
yeah,
what
you
Trina said? Did you see what Trina said? This one was to you.
see, that's what I'm talking about. Value yourself, ladies. Men will show you the signs if you're paying attention. Yeah, they do. I mean, there's a kind of man that'll lie, but then there's a kind of man that just won't say anything, or you know,
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't really know, guys, because I haven't. I've been married. Get ready. Get ready. I really don't know how to date anybody. I mean, I could figure it out. I'm smart, but 18, 18 years, literally yesterday, I feel victory right now because last night we sat down with the
Hmm.
lawyers and we made our agreement, and it feels like, oh my God, it's over. Like after so long of nothing happening, like a year and a half, still living with them, you know. But I want to get to something juicy because you're like, why getting divorced, right? That was the root of our problem. Then I had insecurity issues, and to be brutally honest, I did an experiment. Oh, I really like I did an experiment, guys. I A few years later, not getting a confession, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
I decided not to initiate any intimacy with him. and see how long it would take, because I noticed that I was always the one starting things. So I don't suggest that you guys do this. It's not a good idea. But I did this, and it was like 3 or 4 months, and he did not come to me, and it was like, I mean, months, and I was so broken, and I was like, all right, do you really need to masturbate so much that you don't want me? Like, I'm here every night. I would cry myself to bed. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
and then I listened to the wrong, I gave, I cheated on him. Okay. I cheated on him. So I'm so see-through. I'm like glass. And he knew immediately. Like, I'm very transparent and I'm brutally honest. I'm like honest to a fault. And like the same couple days, he was like, Did you do something?" And I was like, "I did." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." And something violent happened that night when I told him.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't let me go to sleep. He took my keys, he took my phone, he wouldn't let me leave the house, and he didn't want me to go to work, and it was the last day of school when I have to get my pay stubs and handed my keys, and you can't miss the last day of school. It was violent. What he was doing was violent. He pushed me. He's 6'6". He pushed me in my room. I called the police. And he wasn't allowed to come back. And then I got a confession. After several months, I said to him, unplanned, I was like, does it really get any worse than this? Why don't you just tell me? Did you sleep with that prostitute or not? And he finally told the truth. And I thought, wow, all of this was
Mm-hmm.
worth it. Because I made, and look at this. If the table, I'm going to tell you something. You might think I'm crazy. If the tables were turned and I screwed up and I almost lost my husband and I loved him, maybe I would lie too. And because
Mm-hmm.
until he saw the awful, horrible thing that I did, was he able to also confess. But you know what? There was clearing. But things were not, we fixed it for a period of time, guys. We tried to fix it. I tried to remember the reasons why we got married. I loved him. He's very handsome, but it got more and more violent. I have holes in every wall in my house, to the point where I can't even have somebody over because of how bad my house looks. I would come home recently, all my dining room table chairs broken in pieces. He took my wrist, he slammed my wrist on the door because I picked up his cell phone. I mean, I was taunting him a little bit, like not horribly, but I was like, "Oh, you want to record me?" Because I fight back. I'm like, go ahead. I just wish you would hit me. This is not healthy, guys. But I'm like, if this man would hit me, I would take this lamp and I would knock him over the head. I mean, anyway, maybe I'm too raw and I told you guys too much because
Mm-mm.
I'm a preacher girl. But really,
Yeah.
I preach out of my own life.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't know. You guys probably think I'm crazy and ghetto and it's crazy now, right?
Nah, they think you're human. We've all been through it. I mean, everything that's on here, we all human. Everybody's been cheated on. Everybody's, what do you say?
I don't think everybody's been cheated on.
Chain. Everybody's done played the fool. You know what I'm saying? So at the end
You
of
think
the day,
so?
I mean, yeah, I think everybody's been cheated on. I would think not most people have. If
I
you've
don't
lived
think
life
so.
long enough, I think you have been.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I mean, I've been cheated on. I've cheated. I mean, I've been through the whole thing, and I think through that with growth, you kind of smarten up as you get older. But when you're young, you do a lot of stupid stuff.
Thanks, Lakeisha. I got those hearts.
Yeah. So you gave them a reason because there's people out there that's in the same situation that needs to know how they should handle their situation. You answered it honestly, and that vulnerability is what people know that you're human, and that makes them understand. You know what I mean? And that
Yeah.
makes your testimony and your stuff a lot stronger.
Yeah, the cheating I was willing to forgive because what I did was, in his eyes, what he did was just sex. What,
Mm-hmm.
it affected me much stronger than he realized. And then to him, what I did was worse because it was emotional too. But like women are
Right,
emotional,
right, right.
so I mean, but I'm just like, yeah, but if you didn't like do that to our marriage, like I would have never have done this. Wow, look what she wrote.
Right, right.
Can I read that or
Yeah, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
I'm
It's for
sorry you
you.
went I'm sorry you went through that. I hate to hear stuff like that. I'm 68 and I've never went through this. My sons never seen me go through anything, and I tell them not to treat women that way. Oh my God. Thank God you said that, Jacqueline. Okay, I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to tell you why I'm getting divorced. I told you all those things, right? You know why I'm getting divorced? And this is what I told him, and I gave him a warning. When I tell you I forgave so much, I have to forgive. Like, my God says, I forgive you the way you forgive. And I'm very strong on my convictions, and I'm very fair. Some, maybe a little stupid, but also fair. And I think that the last thing I'll really say is this. The children were watching. The children heard their mom. I mean, this man was so big. He is big, and he would scream at me this close to my face. But because of a fear of getting arrested, he wouldn't hurt me. But he would scream at me, criticize, and at the top of his lungs in a house. I mean, to this day, it's about once or twice a week where he does a crazy episode and screams and yells. And I've had to live this way, you know, um, belittling, lots of belittling, you'll never be anything. Who's going to be with you? You have 5 kids. You're going to be alone the rest of your life. You'll never be a pastor. You'll never be an artist. You're nothing. You failed. You failed. Like, and I'm like so tough. I'm just like, oh, like, but it's painful that this man, and for me, it's like, I can forgive you, but I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to draw a boundary, and I'm not going to stay with a man like this is the man that's supposed to love me. If a man loves you, they never speak to you that way. They'll be like, oh my God, I could never do that. I could never
Mm-hmm.
treat my woman. If that's the man that I'm like, this is the man that I love, like, how is he capable? The fact that he's capable. So I'm forgiving you, but I'm drawing a line and a boundary, and I am making an example for my children and my daughters and my son that when
Mm-hmm.
somebody does this, you need to stand up and say it's not all right. Because if mommy says yes, then that's a very big lesson. It's a very big, screaming lesson that, oh, just get stepped on. This is acceptable in a relationship with a man and a woman,
Right, right,
and
right, right. Makes sense. But I appreciate it. Appreciate you sharing that with us.
well, I've taken up your show. So I
Nah,
should
you've done
probably,
good. Thank you for sharing that with us. For real. Thank you for
yeah.
sharing that with us. You rapped last night and it's all good. All right,
This
Faith.
honey named
Thank you.
Renee.
Thank you. Thank you for calling in with us.
All
So hopefully you have to
right.
run the whole time. Hopefully you get back in the comment sections while you out there and your car is
I
turning
will.
back into a
I am.
pumpkin.
I want to hear what all these ladies have to say.
Okay, cool. Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Bye. Good
All
night.
right.
Thank
See you
you.
then.
Thank you, Scott. You're
All
doing
right.
a good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. All right, guys. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. She says somebody out there for you. Yeah. Let me tell you something. You can have 7, 8 kids as long as you're a good person, beautiful person on the outside as well on the inside. I mean, on the inside, and your inside matches your outside, man. Hey, you'll find somebody. You definitely will. Yeah. 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 It's crazy, man. But so the question is, it's a hell of a subject, ain't it? How many times do you forgive a person before you call it quits? But all right, what we're gonna do is we putting the phone lines are open. Anybody want to call in? And phone lines are open. You can remain anonymous, or you can the link and call in. Like I said, I have 8 children. That don't mean. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. That doesn't stop anything. I have 8 children, and that doesn't stop anything. Yep. All right. I gotta catch up with it. These things are rolling. Krishan said I'm about to link in. Okay. Go ahead. The link is up. The link is up. The link is up. So we had church in here today, didn't we? Didn't we? Didn't we? Faye says she got some her art, her paintings and stuff. I got to see some of Faye's paintings, man. The girl can really paint. The girl can actually paint. I mean, she can't paint better than me, but she can paint. She can paint. So I saw it up on her stuff. I want to tell you, Faith, you can paint a little bit. I mean, you can't outdo your boy. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all not gonna let me get away with that. Yeah. Trina said, love yourself and value your worth. And I still say only one. See, Trina is scarred, man. Trina. Listen. The link is up. You can call right in and let us know why you so scarred. We're gonna fix Trina. Trina's scarred. She's coming from a place of hurt. You know what I'm saying? She's coming from a place of hurt. She's only giving somebody one chance. Come on. Trina says she gonna leave you if it's dirty socks on the floor. She ain't putting up with none of that. Trina said, I'm not going for none of that. None of that. Oh my goodness. Y'all make it hard on a man out here. Y'all really do. Okay, here we go.
Oh, wow.
You got your wig on, girl? All right, here we go.
No. I didn't put the wig on. Oh my God. Prayers to that sister and everything she went through. I know she will be strong enough to come out of it as I did. Not the marriage or the kids, but when it comes down to the abuse, you're looking at a sister who's been smacked down, cut on, and left on the side of the road for dead. So how many hits did it take for me to leave?
Right.
I want to say, I guess being afraid for my life, or afraid I was going to do something to him. I knew it was time to go, but the first time I was hit on, the first time I was cut on, the first time my tires been slashed, my mama said, he gonna do it again. I didn't believe mama, because sometimes I wouldn't believe what mama had to say. He did it again. He hit me again. So, why did you leave? Of course, I got tired of getting hit on, and I almost lost my life. But I'm gonna say, nobody should accept abuse, And when you in a relationship, you don't see none of this coming, When it happened, and you be so shook, you be shell shocked, that did he really just hit me? What am I supposed to do? Your first instinct is to hit him back, but I'm not stronger than the man. You feel me? So I left. Then you think you leave that situation, and you'll never get into another one. And here come the stabs. You're not getting the tire's not getting cut no more. You're not getting slapped down to the ground no more. Your body not getting explicit all over the internet no more. Now you getting cut on.
Wow.
And you mopping up I had a broom, sweeping up my own blood on the floor. So it doesn't take for a woman it don't take paperwork for you to really go through something in life. It don't take that. It don't take a woman to bear kids in the world to know a little bit about something and to go through trial and tribulation in her life. Respect anybody that has that and going through that. What I'm trying to say is, I done been through some things.
Right.
And you get tired of getting hit on, then you feel like it's time to go, especially when you feel like you're gonna go to the pen. because it's like they're gonna keep doing it. And a lot of people like to say they only gonna do what you allow them to do. Nobody allow nobody to hit them.
Right, right,
Love,
right, right.
sometimes you be stuck in situations where they hit you, but you don't even feel it. Or you love them so much to where you kind of take that as part of their love sometimes.
Right,
But
right,
why you thinking this way? You don't know. You still your mind still clouded. Then they say, well, you allowing this person do it. It's something you doing wrong. You can't be doing nothing wrong. It just happened. We don't pray on this. We don't ask for this to be beat on, to smack down, and all of that, and to be abused. I've been through all of that. You
right,
know what I'm saying? But I say it's time to
right.
go when you for me when I felt like I was going to the pen and I wanted to stay alive. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I have to say. But
All right.
I'm 31 and all of my relationships I've been in, I've been abused, whether it's been physical or it's been mentally. But the physical part, I think the stabbing, all of us work when you get cut on, it ain't no coming back from none of it. But the fact that you sweeping up your own blood and you forgive this person, you go back to this person and they apologizing, y'all making love, y'all having fun, y'all living life, and it happens again. And y'all don't even want to hear the story behind the drugs. The situation where the man that I love was on drugs and I participated in it. We both got on it, but he really relapsed.
Right,
But
right.
I still love him. I'm with him. So how many times? Hell, I don't know. Till you get tired, till you realize that it's time to go. I
Okay.
reckon that's all I gotta say. But
Well,
this coming from
I want
somebody
to ask you a
that
question.
what?
I want to ask you a question before you go. So
Right,
let's say it's a young lady that's in a similar situation, right? What's the
right.
best advice you can give her to maybe give her strength to say, you know what, it's time to walk away. It's time, any advice that you would give your younger self, basically.
What I would give my younger self is to live your life. Don't rush into nothing, especially not no relationship. Take your time. Um, I don't even want to say red flags because the flags is more than just red. They got all kind of colors. Some of them is color coded that is there, and that flag may not only even be red. But I'm telling you, baby, when you got that first thought that you need to go, you need to go, you need to run with all your might because there's a lot of women that's gone from this world, but I'm one of them that
Right,
survived.
right,
And
right, right,
it's time to go when you that first mindset of that come across that thought. Can't nobody help you make that decision for you. You got to put yourself first at all times. And
right,
only it's gonna
right.
take that first time that you think I gotta go, or in your mind you gotta go, get your stuff and run. Because
And
you
don't
may
look
not be
back.
like me. You may not be like me. And I want to say look back. You can look back because you gotta see where you come from to go
Yeah.
to
No, I
be
was saying,
stronger.
don't look back and give him the time of day again. Get the hell away from him and keep on going.
But this is what I'm trying to say, Scott. You can get away, but I'm telling you my current situation, I still talk to this man because that helps me to move on too. Me talking to him and seeing him on a daily. What you saying is correct, and which is good in a lot of situations. Cause sometimes it's best to go and don't look back. Then sometimes you can still eat with that person or whatever, and it helping you move forward. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? That's all I got to
right,
say. But I
right.
got a tattoo about mine. I was so drunk. I wasn't on drugs or nothing then. I was so drunk. This a domestic and sexual violence awareness tattoo. I got that on me for life. I'm a
Oh,
survivor
wow.
on both ends.
Well, I'm glad you're
So
here to tell us the story.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here too.
All right, sounds good. Shorty swing my way.
Don't even do that. Don't do that.
But you
Tom.
showed out last night. Listen, you got the MVP last night. You did it. You
Leave me
represented.
alone, Scott. All right now.
All
Now,
right,
how
I
to
see
get
you later.
off of this from here? I hit leave at the bottom.
I got you. I got
All
you.
right.
All right. We see you back in the comments. All right. All right. All right. All right. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So there we go. That's how, hey man, you know, that's one of the things about the show that I do appreciate. I do appreciate that people come in here and they're showing their vulnerability. They talk about what goes on, and and it helps other people. See, what you guys don't understand, man, there's a lot of people going through a lot of different situations. And I know we laugh and we joke and we play all the time. And but it helps pass the time. It kind of lightens the load. And when we share these stories about people being in bad relationship and women, especially women, you guys been through a whole lot. You know what I mean? Men mostly treat women sometimes as personal objects than as a partner. And so giving people a voice, giving people a way out, or telling people what they need, what they can do, sometimes it might give that person strength. I know so many people that's been hurt over the years. You know what I mean? Like I haven't really, I can't say that, you don't, I know a lot of men, a lot of people say, why don't men hold other men accountable? I don't think men, me personally, I don't hear men talk about that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I did this, I did that. That's what they do when they go. It's kind of like a guy that's kind of that's abusive to his girl would be a guy that's kind of like a down low dude. He's not going to tell he's not going to tell all the people that's around. It's one of those things that that happens. You know what I mean? You're right, Denise. Men are victims too, but most of the time, men are doing are 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 the ones that are the perpetrators more. You know what I'm saying? But in stories like this, all I'm saying is that people can find strength from it, and people can, you know, listen to how you guys handle it, and it tells them how to handle it in their life. You know what I mean? And I've heard of stories. And I know dudes have hurt women and murdered women and stuff like that. And it's never a good situation. Like you said, when you see those flags and you want to get out, like Rashana said, when you have that first thought of getting out, you got to go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're not gonna say, "Oh man, I'm at home," because men look at most men as hitting on women as weak. Now, there's just some dudes that there's just violent towards everybody. That's just got a problem. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, there's like a ticking time bomb, and they know, okay, this dude, he's gonna catch somebody on the wrong day, and somebody's gonna handle that situation. But for the most part, most men that are violent, they're in denial. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we really don't. We really don't. We really don't. You know what I'm saying? That I got into another relationship and I became the abuser. It happens. What they say, hurt people hurt people. It happens, man. And it's one of those things that, man, just sometimes when life's kicking your butt, sometimes you just, like you said, it just goes both ways. But I think that what some people said, like what Faith said earlier, you stand in the mirror and you start thinking about, some of the things I've did and, that kind of stuff. Not saying, you take blame for being abusive, when they're abusing you, you don't take blame in that, but you know, man, the stuff gets deep. It really does. It gets deep. And you don't want to, I don't want to, uh, he was too healthy for your BS. So you became an abuser and it didn't last long, huh? You had to learn the hard way. Yeah, that's the difference though. That's the difference. Men can stop it. But I've seen some dudes, hey, some girls that are a little abusive to their dudes too. You know what I mean? I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen. But like I said, man, I'm so happy that people got on tonight and they talked about their situation. And like I said, when the show goes off, this stuff lasts and other people watch it and other people say, you know what? Hey, I need to get the hell out of this situation as well. And if you guys get one person to wake up in the morning and say, hey, F this, I'm out of here, then guess what? It's worth it. The show and everything else was worth it. It really was. It was really, really, really worth it. Yep. It was really worth it. So see, but Trina, we still not letting you just slide out the back door. Says your abuse started in your childhood, like most women. Yeah. And unfortunately, that stuff doesn't even get reported. You know what I'm saying? You hear a lot of women, you hear a lot always say it's always a family member that started a lot of stuff through it, sexual abuse and all that other stuff. So, And Trina said, I still say only once. Trina, look, hold on. We're gonna put the link up for you, Trina. We're gonna put the phone in for you. You know what I mean? You never call in. There you go, Trina. Here you go, Trina. I know she ain't gonna call in, but we're gonna put this up here anyway. Anyway, here you go. There you go, Trina. Yeah. That's a lot of people in the family was covering up. I heard that went on in a lot of families. Said Trina's thinking sounds good to you after all that. Yeah, hey. Oh, yeah, you definitely not alone, Kashana. Definitely not. It's happened to a lot of people, man. But the thing about it is you done came out on the other side and you're strong enough. And guess what? It helps other people. It definitely helps other people. Trust me, it does. And I'm sure there's a lot of people appreciate that. I appreciate you coming on and talking about it. I really appreciate that. And Denise said, come on, Trina. And Faye said, come on, Trina. Trina, Tanya, come on. Let's hear y'all stuff. Come on, Tanya and Trina. Come on. The link is right on up. Come on with it. Come on with it. She said, this is why I'm single. It's out there. She said, sorry, messed up. I really want to, but I'm at my nephew's basketball game. I want to walk out and call so bad because I have a lot to say. And we would love to hear that, but we understand. We understand, Trina. We understand. Well, hopefully one of these days you'll be able to. But we glad you're on here. Oh, Tanya said I was slapped. Hey, Tanya, the phone line is open. You see the number up there and the link. You see the link? Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. They want to hear from you. They want to hear from you. Here it is. Here it is again. Here it is again, Tanya. Tell us about it. Tell us about it. But tell us what makes you so strong and how do you do it? You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Call Ezralita to accept.
Pillow Talk, you on? Who am I speaking with?
This is Ezralita.
Oh, okay. Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine.
All right. Go ahead. The floor is yours. Talk to us.
I just wanted to say this is a real touchy subject tonight. And I want to say that when a lot of people know that they're done, I actually made a comment. And the comment I said is basically you leave when you're done, basically when you're done with all the craziness, that's when you really had enough, you just leave. You just gotta leave.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the subject, right? It says,
yeah. How do you know when this?
You forgive?
Do you forgive? Yeah.
Yeah. How many times do you forgive before you're done? Basically, when you're done, and when you're not blind anymore.
Right. I guess when you totally fed up.
Yeah, you just have to be done with it.
So so the question is, what about the women that have a hard time with moving on? What would be your advice to them?
My advice to them, if they have a hard time moving on,
they just really can't find the strength because they feel like they're in love.
Hold on a minute.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So the thing is, when a person is really done
Mm-hmm.
and they need the strength to move forward,
Mm-hmm.
they have to really know within their heart that I'm not going to sit here and take this abuse anymore.
Right.
No matter what your past looked like, no matter what happened, when you know enough is enough, and the only reason I could say that, I could relate to them, every last one. Tonight is a very, very touchy subject. And I'm glad all the other women that came on and expressed their hurt and their pain.
Mm-hmm.
But when you really, really fed up, you not only ask God for strength to move on, but you have to know your worth. You have to know that you are that woman that deserves better. You don't have to be in that situation. And when you find that strength, trust me, you not only feel good about yourself, but you won't keep making those same mistakes again. You won't.
Right. I like
Because
that.
then, because, yeah, I mean, because you deserve better. We not only, there's women out here, we queens out here, and there's some real kings out here that's looking for good women, and they not trying to be out there to abuse them. They don't want that.
Mhm.
Every man is not the same.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell all the women out there, hey, you can do it. You can do it. You're beautiful, not only outside but inwardly, and you deserve more. Don't lower yourself. Don't lower your standards because you're worth it.
Right.
They will have the strength. I would pray for them. They will have the strength. But I just wanted to say I like the subject tonight, and it's a touchy subject.
Well,
And if I could reach out and give all of them a hug, I would, because I understand what they're going through.
Right. Well, they thank you, and I thank you for calling in. Because guess what? When you teach people, when everybody shares and help everybody out, when you know better, you do better.
Exactly. You do better.
Exactly.
Yes, and that's how we find our strength.
Thank
But
you.
tell them don't beat all the men up. But yes,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
welcome.
Don't beat them all up.
Don't beat them all up. There's
All
some
right.
good ones out there.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank
All right.
you.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Call from.
Actually, you do better. Yes, and that.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Pillow Talk.
To accept, press 1.
Hello? Pillow Talk.
You know what? I'm trying to call in, but my voice.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to call in, but my voice is gone.
Okay. Well, who are we speaking with a little bit? Can you turn your background just down just a hair?
No, this is Tanya, and I was
Okay.
calling along the same lines
Okay.
as some of the other old women. I've never been through that. Like I said, I got hit slap once, and I was out. I've always valued Tanya
Mhm.
more than I valued any man I've ever been with. So I don't deal with abuse or mistreatment because love is not supposed to hurt.
Right.
It's not supposed to hurt.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna get off here because my voice keeps going in and out.
Okay.
But
All right.
that's my main thing. That if you love someone and they love you, it's not supposed to hurt. And at the moment which it does, then you're supposed to know your value you and leave. I'd rather live in a cardboard box than have anybody mistreat me. Period.
That makes sense.
You don't have anything on me. You don't have money over me. You don't have status over me. You don't have anything over me. I will live in a cardboard box. Me and I had a son, but I never had to deal with that. But I would have taken my child and children or whatever. You don't get to do that. No, I don't. I wouldn't allow anyone to treat me like that. I've been fortunate, but I'm praying for all these ladies that have been through those things because that's hard. I'm sure.
Right. Right.
That's
Right.
all I have to say.
Well, thank you for calling in and saying that. We appreciate it. Thank you. So see, that's a whole lot of good advice. Well, it sounds like you might have feeling a little bad. You said your voice and your throat is, so hopefully you start feeling better. But yeah, I'm so glad that everybody called in. I'm so glad that everybody participated. And hopefully that the people that see the show after the show goes off, that they'll continue to get strength from you ladies. I think all this is a lot of good advice. And for all the men, you know, Denise said that there are men going through it as well, too, right? And what Tanya just said on the phone is that love shouldn't hurt like that, you know? It shouldn't hurt, not that bad. And like y'all all said, is that once you know your worth and you know that you can do better and you don't deserve that, it's time to move on. Because I always say this, I don't want to be with somebody I got to put my hands on. You know what I mean? And that should be with everybody. You know, you shouldn't be with somebody that feels like the way to correct you, the way to put you in a box or make you do what they want you to do. They got to hit you. And at the end of the day, anytime you see any of those little red flags, leave. But like Krishana says, sometimes those flags are a different color. They're not red. You know, they just come your way, and the next thing you know, you're in love and you're making excuses for them. So I think that goes on both ends of the spectrum, but I also think that it's a little bit more on the women's side, you know? But anyway, thank you everybody for calling in. Thank you for everybody that participated. If you're on our YouTube channel, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. If you're on our Twitter, make sure you follow. And if you're on our Facebook, make sure that you hit the like button, that you follow, that you share. And yeah. That's exactly what it is. So yeah, it was. It really was. And it was a well-needed subject. And, you know, like I said, somebody needs to hear this today, tomorrow, the next day, 5 minutes from now. And this video is up and people are going to watch it. They just do. And hopefully, like I said, they will get the inspiration and they will keep trucking on and moving on, you know? So anyway, guys, tease you till we please you. Make sure every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, we are on Pillow Talk. And anytime after that, make sure you guys, if you look in the description of the video, whether you're on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook, it has my link tree on there and it shows you all my social media. And most of the people are participating on Facebook because that's where the show originated from. And so the people that are on YouTube, if you guys wonder why, you know, where all these comments and stuff are coming from, they're coming from the YouTube side of it. I mean, off the Facebook side of it. Sorry, guys. But anyway, hope you guys have a good night. Yes, we will do a part 2. So you guys let me know and we'll get a part 2 up and we'll do it soon. And that way, because I know Trina said she want to come on and talk. Some other people might want to come on and talk. And we will let everybody, you know, give other people a chance to get on and talk, share their stories and give people some advice on how to avoid situations, how to get out of situations, and what you can do to pick your life back up and keep moving. So till next time, tease you till we please you. We out. Peace.